Well, lawmakers say resources are available to students. The question is how they can access them during this pandemic. Paul Nelson joins us live from the Legislative Building in Carson City. Paul, let's talk about what would this bill do?
Yeah, Kristen, lawmakers are hoping that it'll help schools be better prepared in case there's a crisis, emergency, or an epidemic. They say they've learned a lot of different things over the last 11 months. One of the things they're really watching is the number of suicides and if they're tied to the pandemic.
Welcome to those both present online and by phone.
The Senate is looking at a bill that could affect mental health. There's speculation that changes to schools during the pandemic is causing depression among children, especially in southern Nevada. Suicides rose from 9 students in Clark County in 1 year to 20 in the last 10 months.
We're trying to make sure that in the future we're making preventative steps to try and make sure that we're looking at the mental health and other things, other issues that might come up during a pandemic for students.
Senate Bill 36 would require a committee to respond to a crisis, emergency, or suicide and develop a management plan, including for epidemics. At least one member would be from the county or district board of health.
We're going to have to definitely look at these types of issues and how do we prepare for them as we move forward so that our kids aren't the ones that end up having to suffer.
With many students learning from home, some may feel isolated or miss the social aspect of school.
We're seeing it. It's in our own home. We're seeing the fact that being enclosed and being away from friends and that socialization that needs to occur. We're seeing that it's had an effect on them.
Some may not have the same support system for mental health that they did before the pandemic.
The teachers, custodial staff, and others, they're the ones who are mandatory reporters, and so we're really trying to make sure that we're still having access to that.
Dennis says some kids are thriving during the pandemic, but that others are struggling.
This is definitely going to help kids. We definitely hope that it will help save some lives. Some of these kids that just haven't been able to handle the situation as it is now.
Dennis says this pandemic's not just having an effect on the students, but also the teachers and the staff. For now, public testimony during these committee hearings is happening via the phone, and several people testified in favor of this bill today. Nobody testified in opposition. Covering the story live in Carson City, Paul Nelson, 2 News.